first time I was in Oklahoma. I should have thought of that. Should have came to mind. Put this down here. Get cursed. Creasing. Something's wrong with this connection. I think it's the dongle is having some issues. It's turning red. Unless there's something wrong with the... There's something wrong with the connection, I think. It's going now. When I lay this down, started having trouble. There it goes. So let me see if we can research this DHS raid. Pregnant. Well, the news article is written so kind of, it could be deceptively, I don't know. Right. Doesn't quite say what actually happened. Right. That's the other woman. Call it a bungled raid to see what it says. Oh, they were just, it's not bungled. They were going for the husband. The husband wasn't home. I mean, I wish you could have got him when he was home. It makes sense that, right. Right. Okay, her husband had been deported previously. It's not totally bungled. It's just he wasn't home. I wish they, I mean, if you're going to bring the secretary with you, make sure he's home. Begs the reason, boggles the mind there. Thank you, Larry. Well, David Garcia, George Garcia may be David Garcia. And she may not know who David Garcia is, but he could be the reason they had all the weaponry there. Right. He may have changed his name upon entering the country. Right. Could be a warrant for his arrest somewhere, right? I don't know. Wait a minute. So again, I got to some more of the truth. It wasn't a bungled raid. I mean, it's bungled if you're going to bring the secretary. Right. I mean, whose job was it to check to see if he was home? You can put camera. You can put cameras. There's little cameras somewhere. You bring in you know how to put in cameras. I'm not going to tell anybody how you do it. Right. Just put a camera up and then watch them come and go. Right. Right. Hmm. Maybe been able to get his phone number, and then you know where he was. Right. Well, you bring the secretary and he's not home. I mean, what? Agreed, Larry. Thanks, Larry. Now, his name may actually be David Garcia. She might know him as George Garcia. Right. And David Garcia might be why they were all there. How much time left on massage? I wish I could. I should. And I was so close to buying a massage bed. It will be down. If I was with people, it wouldn't have happened like that. Right. They couldn't get in as easy. Correct. It wasn't a bungled raid per se. I mean, a lot of times it's called turn ups. I mean, I wouldn't take the secretary on a turn up. Right. Or you just go and see if the person's there. That's all. You have an address associated with a fugitive, and you go to see if they're there. Right. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Larry. A lot of weird energy, man, going on right now. Guess it's the weekend. Right? It's going to be crazy. Right. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you. I guess this is it. My massage is over. They're not into cleaning equipment like they are in the other gym I was in. I actually have to get rid of this dongle. Hopefully, it went back to the main microphone. The dongle just, I don't know, it's probably beat up. I'm too old. So, no, it's not a bungled. I mean, it's bungled. If I was going to bring the secretary of DHS, I wouldn't be doing a turn off. I'd know that the person was there. Right. But it's not bungled. It's just an option if you want to do it that way. Especially like if you go out in the morning and you go to a couple places and, you just sometimes they throw in an extra place that they have in recon. All right, thank you. Have a great night, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, if I could have got to Planet Fitness when I got to Oklahoma the first time and got in there, I mean, I had my membership and started, I was tanning a little bit and used those beds. Yeah, see, this is all better now with these sports locks. It sits in my ear better. They didn't put them on because it came in an ear mold. And I explained to her, I said, we did the ear mold just in case. We didn't want to have to go order one afterwards. I could have had a good life. They knew what they were doing every step of the way. Right. Crookies. All crooks. Mm-mm. Planet Fitness does it. It closes it. I was all in at Planet Fitness, and they came in and messed that up. I'm not paranoid at all. And once they bring in enough people, you just can't get there because they're anti-witnessing. What is that? A bunch of people. They must be on a convoy for the weekend. They all stopped at this. It looks like some sort of trip. Yeah. And they stopped at like a gas station that they normally wouldn't. You usually see people like that at the rest stops type, large number. No, she was pregnant, but it says in the news article he was undocumented. He's been deported before. That right there would probably bring additional people, but there's probably something else. If they have aliases for him, or if he's living under an alias, then there's something there. Correct, Larry. Correct, Larry. I mean, might not be, but most likely is. The other news article left it all open ended. It's so funny. I'm like, yeah, it don't look right. It tried to make it look like you looked for the wrong guy, but you weren't. Like you're looking for David instead of George. Right. It was just an alias. Right. One of them's an alias. Right. But that's kind of weird. Like who it's he's not here. The secretary's out there. He's not here. He's not here. And law enforcement can be funny, but people turn evil, and it ain't it was no longer funny at a certain point. Right. Now crazy stuff happens all the time because it's crazy. It's just a crazy world. It's a crazy world in law enforcement, especially if you're doing like turn ups and going to houses and stuff. Hmm. My one big claim to fame was saving Matt and Maxwell so they could live on. I don't think the guy didn't have a gun though. But they passed a pile of laundry, and he was in the pile of laundry. I brought up the rear, and it's like, I kicked the pile of laundry. It went clunk. Like hit him in the shin or something. It was really like a clunk, deep clunk. They were like way in the back of the apartment. It's like one of those old buildings, so the apartment was weird laid out, weird layout. And then that's when he had a girlfriend who was wearing like, I don't even think she's wearing underwear. I can't even remember. It was just really awkward. But she like we were letting she's like, babe, bring my shoes, bring this, So we're trying to be cool about the whole thing. It was like a probation violation or something. And but she started bending over to put his shoes on. I'm like, yeah. I mean, she was a good looking woman, but we didn't want it made it awkward. Right. She had like a short nightie on, and we woke him up. How did we get in? I can't remember how we got in. I remember we were having trouble getting in. Oh, she came to the door, and he was hiding. That's what it was. And she eventually came to the door. I think we pressed him. We kept going, wait, She came to the door, real sheepishly. Hey, where is he? She allowed us to. I guess she allowed us to look around. Right. Thanks, Larry. In fact, she was probably helped him, and she threw the laundry on him most likely. I don't think he'd cover himself up perfectly like that. Right. I mean, it worked. Matt and Maxwell went past him. He got killed. Or Burke and Maxwell. What's Maxwell's first name? I can't even remember. Everybody called him Maxwell. Right. That is horrible. There's evil people, man. I didn't even know I was being set up like that. Like, they're tearing me down, doing the depletion thing and all that. They took out the other guy, DB. He was a Sauger. Nah, I wouldn't have. And they're cursing him, man, and they're doing their crazy shit. Probably freaked him out. He's backslid into heroin, and that was it. Right. No, they probably follow him all the time, man. They do all sorts of crazy shit, mess up his home life. Probably drugged him to begin with. I believe they drugged me with something that is like a regular drug, and then withdrew it, hoping that I'd go to drugs. Right. So a little girl started talking to me about Doug Bettman. I'm like, why is she telling me this? She hates me. Why is she talking to me? But then down the road, I figured it out. She wanted me to know that she would be stalking me too, right? She should have been in prison, man. Even some of the stuff she did to the FBI on purpose, nasty. I just lived to like make people's life miserable. It was like more so it was like toxic, man. I don't know what it is now. It's like toxic. It's like just living to make somebody miserable, to screw somebody, to curse. I mean, they cursed him, man. That's how Perez got in trouble. Right? When I was leaving, supposedly he was in trouble. He'd asked me actually, like, you want to go to the club with us after work one day, right? And it was with a couple of the girls that worked there, and I'm at that point, I was being executed. I was like, no, I don't want to do anything. But get away from you people in this place. Right. Thanks, Larry. So he ends up getting in trouble because they all supposedly went to the club and the G ride. Right. Supposedly they fired the admin people that were involved. Thanks, Larry. Great stuff, Larry. I don't know what happened to him. They tagged me a little bit after that, and I just bailed. Bye. I gotta go. I'm not gonna sit here and second guess myself pulling my gun out. I'm not doing that. Right. It was actually years past that started. Like I couldn't like pull over and confront this person because it just was while I was driving down the airport for 9/11. I said if it can go wrong and they won't stand behind me, like I got the whole premonition of what happened to Arthur Lloyd. Right. So I'm like just trying to lose the guy. And then he finds me, so I know they were GPS. Right. Whoever was having that guy chase me was GPS. Again, set it up and act like nobody knows who he is, and he could have ended up dead. I guess got pretty good. That was a pretty good draw, pretty quick draw. Right. But they don't care because then they'll just like Arthur Lloyd put me in jail. Right. And they act like they're pro law enforcement, right? It's just so whack the way they look at everything. I know Marshall Hughes had spells, man. I was sitting in his office. I'm like, I didn't know what it was then. I was just like, oh fuck, it's all messed up, right? It's all messed up. I'm like, because he's putting spells on me, right? He's the devil, man. Hughes was the devil. Thank you, Larry. It's like his buddy Rick, Slickster. I'll be back in a bit. I gotta go to my mailbox here. So I ended up on all these Christian mailing lists. How do you get off of them? That's crazy. It's just too much. I don't like junk mail, you know. I don't mind when they send me one or two things, but I'm like on this thing for like a 5 million years. If I die, I'll still be getting stuff. Thank you, Larry. Probably should have went to Walmart. I probably can use some more yogurt. This frozen yogurt idea was great. Making my own frozen yogurt. It's like even the optometrist. See, I couldn't tell if the optometrist in Oklahoma was just a victim of circumstances or she was in with it. Right. Well, because you started talk about people from DHS. Oh, a guy from DHS was just here or something. You know, trying to. So they would just say something like that to try to freak me out. You know. Right. So I could never figure out if she was part of it or she just, you know, because that's how they do it sometimes. Right. You know, and then she'd probably say something, trying to make it look like she's part of it. Right. Well, could have been. I think I have. Camera sees me. Even massage beds, and all the other stuff I was doing, exercising. I just wouldn't stop. Thank you, Larry. I thought I had two of those. Yeah, I did.
on the old computer here. Pulling the top off a quart of yogurt. We're having a party. It boggles the mind. You actually think of what they did all those years of doing that to me. I mean, it's beyond anything one can comprehend. But again, pretty much proves who I am as the son of God and an angel and all that. Right. I mean, years just go so quick. It's science, you know. Putin's generals calling for mobilization. I think their people are tired at this point. Right. Agreed. I'm seeing home invasions. I don't know where they are. Need to heal that. Thanks, sorry. Boy, how about being the only guy alive on that plane? He obviously needs to see God by him, right? A tourist sat on a Van Gogh chair and broke it. What was it worth? Adorned with thousands of Swarovski crystals for photo op. Oh, it resembles a chair that resembles a chair in one of the legendary Dutch painter's most famous pieces. It's by Italian artist Nicola Bola. Entirely covered in crystals. So he did that to you. Thank you, Larry. Well, got to do better reconnaissance. Well, how about what's her name? What's it? Lake, Carrie Lake. They give her a position and then they they defund the agency. Right. Mm. Then Yahoo keeps trying to get the Iranians to rise up. Oh, so the assassin's family was a Trump. That makes sense. That's actually, let me see here. Okay, he could have been brainwashed. That's they love doing that. Now, it could be Satan's stance, but like you're ultra MAGA, and because I already tested that, right? And they want to turn you against MAGA, right? They just do it as a part of. No, they're all sick. It's psyop, right? And they're like whacked in the head. Make straight people gay, make gay people straight, that kind of thing. They're just whacked, right? Agents are like that too, believe me. They were actually profiled in the 2016 campaign. Right. Thanks, Larry. Well, it makes sense that they would be a victim of the psyop. All right, stay peaceful, praise God.